Okay guys, welcome to our latest tutorial. It's for an awesome game called Ninja Flashback, and to play Ninja Flashback you just need a deck of Ninja Combat cards, and just to start off with, all you will do is lay out all of the cards in a grid just like this, as you can see, and then make sure you put your combat cards, which obviously have that little different back couple colored letters there on the back, to the side. The combat cards include you've got memory, you've got strength, you've got motivation, and you've got speed. So just put them to the side, you'll be needing those. And on each turn, it's just flip over a new combat card. So if I flip over the first combat card here, it shows us memory, and that's just going to help us find the numbers that we need. On each turn, you will turn over at least two cards, just like in memory, guys. If you find a pair, you will collect those, and then you will have another turn. But I'll explain the rules as we go forward. So let's say we turn over two cards. So we've got Shogun here, and then we turn over another card, and we've got Shinobi Hunter. All right, so these are the two cards. They're not matched. Now, the twist with Ninja Flashback is you need to earn your next turn. So you didn't find a pair, but instead of just turning the cards back over and the next person having their go, you've got to answer a question. So in this case, we've got memory that tells us what number we're looking at. And for these cards here, the third number along just has a little box that says memory, and then for Shinobi Hunter, that is 7, and for the Shogun, that is 9. And then, guys, what we're going to do is, depending on how you want to play, you might make the base operation multiplication, or you might make the base operation addition. Just for this example, I will use addition, but if you wanted to do multiplication, certainly go ahead and do so. So in this case, it would be 7 plus 9, which obviously makes 16. So if you get that correct, you have earned your next turn. You turn the cards back over because they weren't a pair, and then it is the next person's go. So that's how you earn your next turn. Now, if you were to answer that question incorrectly, then you would miss your next turn. So take your time. It's not a race, okay? When it's your turn, it's your turn. It's not who can answer first. It is your turn, so you just take your time and go with that. Now, if you were going to use multiplication, it would have been 7 times 9 for that question. But like I said, we'll stick with addition for now, and we'll keep going. So if you're going to look for, like I said, looking for a pair, so we didn't find one on that occasion, and now it's the next person's go. So let's say they turn over a card. Oh, they found Shinobi Hunter, okay? And then if they turn over another card, oh, that's right, they remembered that's where that other Shinobi Hunter was. Now you've got a pair. So obviously you collect those cards and put them aside in your pile. And if you do find, obviously, I sometimes forget, but you need to turn over a new combat card each time. So turn that one over, and then go ahead and do that. You don't have to answer a question if you find a pair. So now that's just the basis of the game, guys. You're looking for pairs. You're trying to find those. If you don't find a pair, obviously you answer the resulting question. But there are specialty cards and different things that can happen, pretty amazing things as well. So I'll just start off with the first one, which, let's say, for example, if you turn over a subtractor card. Now, this is a little bit different, and this is the only card that does this. It's going to create a takeaway or subtraction question. So let's turn over one more card. So, okay, we've got Supreme Masuda, but it's a subtraction question, so it needs to be take away. We're looking at strength, and in this case, Supreme Masuda has a 9, but there's nothing to take away. So for subtractor, and this is only for subtractor, you turn over a second ninja card. So for example here, we've got Chunin. So if we're looking at strength for Chunin, the first box, that's a 3, okay? And for strength for Supreme Masuda, that's a 9. So the resulting question is 9 take away 3, because we're doing subtractor. So subtractor is the only one where you turn over 2 cards, you're going to turn over another card trying to find another ninja card. If you answer that correctly, so let's say 9 take away 3, that's the answer is 6. Okay, correct. But we don't have any pairs, so you've earned your next turn. We can put those back, flip them back over, and then and it's the next person's go. Okay, so you obviously, like I said, you have to answer that question correctly to earn your next turn. If you answer incorrectly, that will result in you missing your next turn. Okay, another specialty card, guys, is, let's have a look what we find. We'll see if we find one. Let's turn one over. Okay, Death Adder. Okay, so Death Adder, you just turn over another card. Look, obviously looking for pairs. If you were to turn over another Death Adder, you collect those. That's a pair. And let's have a look. All right, so we turn over that one. All right, so we've turned over our new combat card. Sometimes, like I said, I do forget that myself, so don't get mad if you do forget to do that sometimes, but it's on motivation. So these Death Adder, so we're looking at motivation. Motivation for Anbu is 9. Now, with Death Adder, it just means double that number. So the motivation number for Anbu, 9. Double that, 18. Great work. Got it right. That all you have to do is turn them back over, because we didn't find a pair, but we did answer that question correctly. And then it will be the next person's turn. So if we turn over a new combat card, that's going to be speed. All right, so you're getting the gist. The other specialty cards is we've got the Shinobi Halver, which is a pretty cool one. Now, if you haven't learnt about halving, let's say you're in some of the junior grades, you can remove the Shinobi Halver. But if you have, or if you want to challenge, you can have a look at that. So Shinobi Halver, you turn that over, and then you're going to try to halve the speed number. All right, so let's have a look. All right, so Chunin, speed, second box along, that's 3. So you're going to try and halve 3. Obviously, it's not an even number, so that's actually going to end up being 1.5 or 1.5. So if you are able to do that, you have answered that correctly. You've earned your next turn. Now, let's say if it was a 4, for example, the half of 4 would just be 2. So you're just halving the number that you find on there. So again, not a pair. Can turn that one back over. And then we can flip a new combat card. All right, so there's what have we got? We got one more specialty card. So we've talked about Subtractor, we've talked about Death Adder, we've talked about Shinobi Halver. The last one is the Wild card, which is very fun. So let's say no matter what card you turn over first, so let's just turn over a card. We get Anbu. And if our next card, or any time you turn over a missing ninja, you're going to get, it's a wild card, which means you take any up-facing card. So in this case, we have Anbu and we have missing ninja, so we can take both of those and keep those and get another turn. So missing ninja is a wild card. All right, so that's the basis of the game and the 4 different specialty cards. But there are some interesting situations that occur. So let's talk about those. What happens? What happens if I turn over, let's say, for example, a Subtractor, and then after I turn over a Subtractor, I turn over a Death Adder? Well, obviously, there's no question there yet. There's no regular ninja card to create a question. So what we need to do is turn over a third card. Okay, so we turn over a third card, and let's say, for example, on this occasion, we get Chunin. Now, you can make a decision here. So you can decide, oh, I'm going to go with Death Adder. It's motivation, double 4. Got that correctly. I stated 8. We turn all them back over. Or you can say, I'm going to go with Subtractor, which means we need to get another card. Okay, so subtractor obviously leading you to get another card. Now there's a few different options that could happen here. So we'll run through those. Imagine if you turn over another card and it's Jenin. All right, so motivation 4, Chunnin, motivation 4. 4 take 4, 0. Turn them all back over. Done. But what if you didn't get a Jenin? What if you got another Chunnin? Well, guess what? You just found a pair. And if you find a pair, what this is called is a 4-point Kobe. And a 4-point Kobe means you collect 4 cards. So you pick up all 4 cards because you found a pair. That is the definition of a 4-point Kobe. Now, what if we found another subtractor? Same again. You found a pair. Pick them up. 4-point Kobe. I think you get what I'm trying to say here. Now, let's say, for example, instead of a Chunnin, let's have a look. Instead of a Chunnin, let's say we turned over on the 3rd card, we turned over another Death Adder. Again, that's a 3-point Kobe. So you've got a pair, you pick up all 3 cards. 3-point Kobe. Very fun. You got to be a little bit strategic with this. Imagine on the 3rd card you picked up Missing Ninja. Well, guess what? That's a wild card. And like I said, pick up all 3 cards. 3-point Kobe. Good job. Okay. Now, this can actually go even further than that. You can get 4-point Kobe. The other day I was watching some kids play and they got a 5-point Kobe. And I was blown away. And this is how I saw them do it. Obviously, they turned over the Death Adder. They turned over a Subtractor. And then, after a Subtractor, they turned over a Shinobi Hava. So they got 3 specialty cards. They turned over another card, which was a regular ninja card. 4. But look, if we're going with Subtractor, we need to turn over a 5th card. And then imagine this. Imagine their surprise. Imagine their wonder when they turned over wild card. Pick up all 5. And there was absolute chaos. It was so amazing. And obviously, if you turn over a pair of any, so if you turn over a Shinobi Harvey, you turn over a Supreme Masuda in this case, or any of these guys to make a pair, 5-point Kobe. So wild times, guys. If you can imagine being able to do that. So you take that, you're going to take all 5 cards, which is pretty crazy and pretty fun. So that's really the basic rules, guys. There isn't much more to it. You just keep playing until you have taken all of the cards you can. Now, you might be left with a few cards that don't have pairs at the end, but if you can't find a pair at the end, guys, and let's say we did keep playing, then all good. You just leave those cards and you count how many you've got, and then whoever's got the most cards wins. So just to summarize, guys, you create a grid, you make sure you turn over a new combat card each turn, and then try to find pairs. If you don't find a pair, make sure you answer the resulting question to earn your next go. If you get that wrong, you're going to miss a go. But also shoot for some 3-point Kobe's, shoot for some 4-point Kobe's, even shoot for some 5-point Kobe's. All right, guys, awesome talking to you, and I hope you have heaps of fun.